well, I knew something about them, and so it's something to do. Take it apart. Nobody wants it. So you have to find out that it exists first, and then you go back and say, oh, now what am I going to do with it?
Carl had been complaining. He's been complaining for years about his memory. And I guess I didn't think there was anything that different, but we got an appointment with Dr. Bruza. And when he got to the bottom of the page where it said memory problems, he just turned the page, and I sort of said, aren't you going to say anything about memory problems? And do you remember you said, oh, haha, I forgot.
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
Well, tell me again.
Carl said very clearly to me after that diagnosis, I just want to put one foot in front of the other. I just want to, this is the path I'm on. Okay, I'm not ashamed of it. And you've worked hard to come up with things that challenge your mind and that are also pleasing for you to do.
Yeah.
Pretty soon I was telling people about, well, Carl's taking apart electronics if you have any old thing, and
that's right, yeah.
Gradually he was taking it apart and organizing it in the basement so that one Ziploc bag would have a bunch of one kind and another. And one day I happened to be passing through, and I saw that in order to get the copper out of whatever it was he had accessed, he'd had to cut the copper into little short pieces, and he kind of bundled them together, and they were lined up because Carl's an organized guy, and they were lined up there on the counter, and suddenly it just struck me how really beautiful it was, and decided that people would see it as beautiful if you put a frame around it, because that's how we designate art. So I went out and got a frame, and the next thing I knew, Carl was bringing me things because he himself was seeing the beauty, which he'd been doing all along, but suddenly we both kind of had this different notion. Every person has Alzheimer's in a different way. That's one of the things I've learned. It manifests differently in every single person, and every family is a different dynamic. Yeah. Carl's a big advocate of stand up and stand tall and move forward, and don't give up.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because you've said to me, I don't want to give up.